Dear viewers, you are most welcome to my online class on genetics. Today we discuss some experiments for chemical basis of heredity. I think this class will be very helpful for us. Experiments for chemical basis of heredity. Nowadays we know that chemical basis of heredity is DNA and RNA for some viruses. These experiments are transformation experiment by Griffith, transformation experiment by Avery, MacLeod and McCarthy, experiment by Hershey and Chase, RNA as genetic material proved by Greer and Schramm. I think these experiments are necessary for the evidence of chemical basis of heredity. I discuss these experiments and explain these experiments for chemical basis of heredity. At first, I discuss transformation experiment by Griffith. Frederick Griffith, 1928, showed that Diplococcus pneumoniae, responsible for pneumonia disease, could transfer from one strain into a different strain. The observation was attributed to an unidentified transforming principle or transforming factor. This was later identified as DNA. His discovery was one of the first to show the central role of DNA in heredity. He found Diplococcus pneumoniae has two strains. One strain is S strain. This is capsulated and virulent, forming a smooth colony. Virulent means it creates pneumonia disease. On the other hand, other strain is R strain. It is non-capsulated and non-virulent, forming rough colony. It creates rough colony. S strain creates smooth colony. S strain is virulent. It creates pneumonia disease. On the other hand, R strain cannot create or cannot express pneumonia disease. Virulent S strain can kill the mouse. Griffith experiment this S strain, inject S strain on mouse and found this result. This S strain injected to the body of rat. As a result, rat was died. While non-virulent R strain cannot kill the mouse. This mouse was alive. Next, he inject dead or heated S strain into the body of rat. It cannot kill the mouse. In this case, mouse was alive. At last, he mixed dead S and alive R strain in a mixture. It can kill the mouse. In this mixture, in this culture, he inject dead S, but dead S become alive and living S strain is found in culture. Due to dead S can be converted to alive S. This is a mystery. He observed, he formulated that or concluded that a chemical substance from one cell is genetically transmitting to another cell. Experiment of Griffith is later hugely explained or truly explained by Avery, MacLeod and McCarthy. They also done or did transformation experiment. They found Diplococcus pneumoniae has two strains. One strain is non-capsulated. This is known as R2 bacteria. On the other hand, this bacteria is capsulated. This is known as S3 bacteria. This bacteria is non-virulent. This bacteria is virulent. It creates pneumonia, but this non-capsulated R2 bacteria did not create pneumonia disease. He extracted or isolated protein from S3, virulent S3. He put this protein with non-capsulated with R2 bacteria, but he did not find any S3 bacteria. Then he inject DNA of S3 bacteria with R2 bacteria. He found some capsulated S3. At last he put some sugar of S3 bacteria with R2 bacteria. There is no S3 bacteria, no capsulated S3 bacteria were found in this culture. From these experiments, it is easily calculated that DNA is responsible for transformation. DNA is responsible for creation of S3, alive S3 bacteria, and due to presence of DNA of S3, some non-capsulated bacteria can be converted to S3 bacteria. As a result, some capsulated S3 bacteria was found in this culture. Possible process of bacterial transformation. What is the process of bacterial transformation? In this figure, we can explain this. Some DNA of S3, they were injected to R2 bacteria. This is invasion of DNA to non-capsulated bacteria or R2 bacteria. This bacteria of S3, this DNA of S3, this is crossed with DNA of R2 or non-capsulated bacteria. This is known as DNA recombination. Due to DNA recombination, capsulated bacteria were created in this experiment. So this is proved that bacterial transformation is possible, and as a result R2 bacteria can be converted to S3 bacteria. As well as this is proved that DNA is the genetic material, DNA is the chemical basis of heredity. Next experiment done by Hershey and Chase. They use T2 bacteriophage. This T2 bacteriophage has only two types of chemicals. One is protein, its cover is made by protein, and it has DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid. This DNA and this protein in this experiment, they cultured T2 bacteriophage with E. coli bacteria. E. coli bacteria cultured in a medium with 32P phosphate and 35S. This is radioactive phosphate and this is radioactive sulfur. This T2 bacteriophage invade to the body of bacteria and they are multiplied and creates new bacteriophage. At last, by lytic cycle, they lysist destroyed the body of bacteria and come out from the body of bacteria. This bacteria is labeled bacteriophage. This bacteria has 35S and 32 phosphate. As a result, we found radioactive isotope, radioactive sulfur and radioactive phosphate in the body of this bacteriophage. This bacteriophage with radioactive sulfur and phosphate, this is cultured with normal bacteria. This bacteriophage also invade to the body of normal bacteria and creates, in this case, protein cover remain outside of the body, but DNA of T2 bacteriophage invade or come into the body of bacteria. When this DNA of bacteriophage come out from the body of bacteria by lysis process or lytic cycle, this bacteria has only 32 phosphate. So, in this case, in this experiment, it is easily said that DNA is responsible for the heredity. For heredity, no 35 sulfur is found in this new bacteriophage. As a result, we said that protein is not responsible for heredity, only DNA is responsible for heredity, and DNA is the chemical basis of heredity. At last, in some viruses, we found that RNA is genetic material. This is proved by Breyer and Schramm, 1956. They use TMB. This TMB also has 35 sulfur in protein cover. It has 32 phosphate in its RNA. When this TMB is isolated or differentiated into protein and RNA, separated into protein and RNA, this is separated RNA. This RNA is injected to tobacco leaf. Then we found symptoms expressed Uh, from these infected leaves, TMB were found. As a result, it is proved that DNA is responsible for heredity. RNA is responsible for heredity, and RNA bears hereditary characters or genetical characters. On the other hand, isolated protein, this is isolated protein, it has 35S. When it is injected to leaf, this leaf did not express any symptom. No TMB found in this leaf. As a result, it is said that protein is not responsible for heredity, but RNA is responsible for heredity in this virus, this TMB virus, tobacco mosaic virus. In this virus, no DNA is found. It has only RNA. And in this case, in this experiment, it is proved that RNA is the chemical basis of heredity in some viruses where DNA is absent. Thanks to remain with me. Please subscribe my channel. Please like and comment.